Hello class, how are you today? Alright, please stand for a prayer. Amen. Good morning class. By the way, I'm your teacher Regine and I will be your English teacher for today. Let me check first your attendance. Very good. There's no absent for today. Before we start, kindly sit properly and bring out your pen and notebook for you to take down notes. Okay, let's have first a review. What was our lesson yesterday? Gino? Great! Our last lesson is all about demonstrative pronouns. And what are those demonstrative pronouns? Ria? Very good. Demonstrative pronouns are these, that, and those. Okay, let's have a game. Are you ready? Alright, I have here a series of letters, and what to do in this game is that you will arrange the certain series of letters to create a new word. I will show to you the series of letters in my presentation. Next to that is find your partner, and when you come up with the right answer, please stand in front and say the word. Okay? First word will be, what do you think is that word? Rika and Chloe? Very good. That word is meaning. The second word will be Gina and Sunny. What do you think is that word? You got it right. That word is situation. Another. What do you think is this word? Cholo and Rhea. Perfect. That word is contradiction. The last word will be Lovely and Carl. What do you think is that word? Excellent. That word is reality. For your activity, I will group you into three and you will choose your leader. Your group name will be Group A, Group B, and Group C. Leaders and members, please listen carefully for my instruction. In a clean sheet of paper, write the word irony in the center of it and make a 3-column chart with types, definition, and example. I will show to you here in my presentation the options for you to fill out the charts. So this activity is good for 20 minutes only. Here's the options and the chart you'll be using for this activity. Your 20 minutes starts now. Finish or not finish, pass your papers in front, go back to your seats and sit properly. Later, we'll check your activity. So, what do you observe in our activity? Can you guess now what will be our lesson for today? Anyone? No, don't answer in chorus, okay? Please stand. Rhea. Very good. Class, our lesson for today is all about irony and its types. What is irony? Irony is a figure of speech in which words are used in such a way that their intended meaning is different from the actual meaning of the words. It may also be a situation that may end up in quite a different way than what is generally anticipated. In simple words, it is a difference between the appearance and the reality. So class, in short, irony is a literary device that normally signifies the opposite of what appears or reveals in the reality. Okay, so how irony contributes a sentence or a situation? There must be a purpose of irony. It is often used to add suspense and interest. It is also used to keep the reader thinking about the moral of the story. Meaning to say, Irony gives a sentence to be logical and to be more interesting. Okay, so there are types of irony: verbal irony, situational irony, and dramatic irony. Let's go to verbal irony. Verbal irony is when an author says one thing and means something else. For example, a fine thing indeed, he muttered to himself. The speaker doesn't really think it is fine. So, the speaker says that word while his expression of using the word is not his fine or its opposite to what he muttered. In short, verbal irony is when you state a word or you muttered a word but you didn't mean to. Alright, let's go to situational irony. Situational irony is when you expect something is the opposite of what actually happens. Often occurs in real life but may occur in literature as well. So there are examples of situational irony. The teacher's daughter is a high school dropout. The chief won't eat his or her own cooking. The barber always needs a haircut himself. Bill Gates uses an Apple computer. So, what do you observe from the example? It's like the statement is different or opposite to what you expected to happen, right? Because, for example, here in the barber always needs a haircut. How come the barbers always need a haircut when he's actually a barber himself, right? Another type of irony is what we call dramatic irony, when the reader understands more about the events of a story than a character does. This is used to engage the audience and keep them actively involved in the storyline. For example, Tim's parents are proud of A he got on the test, but we know he cheated. Alex writes a love poem to Judy, but we know that Judy loves Devon. So, dramatic irony is when the reader knows more than the character of the story. Here in example number 1, while Tim's parents are proud of what he got in the test, the audience and the readers are disappointed because they already know that Tim's is cheating on his test. To make the story short, irony is always signifies the opposite of what actually happens. That's all for my presentation. Do you have anything to clarify? To ask? Any comments? None? Really? Are you sure? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, then try to answer this question. Altogether, read the instruction. Distinguish the sentences if it's verbal, situational, and dramatic. Write V if verbal, S if situational, D if dramatic. You are given 15 minutes to do this task. Okay, stop answering, stop writing. Papers up. Okay, so write corrected by. So for number 1, Joji confessed his feelings for Gina, but we know Gina loves Roy. What do you think is the type of irony is this? Okay, you, the girl at the back. Very good. The answer is dramatic irony. Please check the answers of your classmates. So for number 2, a marriage counselor files for divorce. Rina, what do you think is the type of irony is this? Yes, it's situational irony. Number 3, A police station gets robbed. Kanja. Good. It's still a situational irony. Number 4. Awesome. Another homework packet. Awesome. Another homework packet. What do you think is the type of irony is this? No. It's verbal irony. It's not dramatic irony, but it's a verbal irony. Okay? For number 5, the locker room smells really good. What do you think is the type of irony is this? Rose. Very good. It's still a verbal irony. So count the number of correct and then pass the papers in front. As I check your papers here, no one is having a low score, but all of you got a passing score. Good job, class. A hand clap for everybody. I know that all of you got our lesson, but this time we're having a short review, okay? I have 2 sets of sentences here, and you are going to identify or determine what is the ironic sentence and where is not. So the first sentence is that Laura laughs because her mother died from tuberculosis. And the sentence number 2 is that Laura got trauma because of the death of her mother. So where do you think is the ironic sentence and where is not? Very good. The ironic statement is in this statement number 1. Why? It is because statement number 1 uses the word that is opposite from the situation, from the real situation or from the real scenario. Okay, I'll call names. Gino, please stand. What is irony? Very good. Irony is always a contra or an opposite to what is actually happens. Very good. So, Rialyn, please stand. Give me one type of irony. Very good. It's the situational irony. Another. Good job. It's another type of irony is the verbal irony. The other one. Please stand. Good. It's the dramatic irony. I know that you got already our lesson. For your last activity, please answer these questions using your own understanding. Okay? Okay, for your last activity, please read the instruction properly. In a sheet of paper, answer the following questions or answer the following using your own understanding. So what is irony? Enumerate and explain the types of irony. Create at least 5 sentences that shows irony. I'll give you 20 minutes in answering this task, okay? Okay, class, your time is over. Pass all your papers in front and I'm the one to check your answers, okay? Before we end, do you have questions, class? Clarification? If none, for your assignments, advance reading about hyperbole. Okay, let's stand for a closing prayer. Amen. Goodbye, class. See you tomorrow. Bye.